Greetings, YouTube. Hannah Hart of My Harto and Your Harto channels has done a video about her experiences as coming out as a gay woman. Now, in the video, she covers the concept of being perfect, and that she was raised to feel and to be conditioned that perfection was an achievable goal. So, as you can probably figure out, this is going to be a very personal kind of a vlog. So if you're not interested in this kind of thing, and you don't really care about my personal experiences or my opinions on this topic, then, you might want to skip it, and I completely understand. But I'm going to say right up front, perfection is impossible. And the pursuit of perfection is the enemy of the good. That in our pursuit of perfection, we pass by all the landmarkers of good personal and social behavior in an attempt to chase something which is a phantom. And that chase will haunt us forever until we realize it is a phantom and that we need to stop its pursuit. Now, I was raised by an abusive alcoholic. And as a child, I'll freely admit I'm not a stupid person. I was relatively clever as a child. I tried to figure out what I was doing wrong, how I could avoid being hit or yelled at or told I was stupid. And I was desperately trying to find a pattern, really desperately trying to find a pattern. There's a problem. Abusive alcoholics don't really have patterns. There was no pattern. I could have continued to look for a pattern until the universe dies from heat death, and I wouldn't have found a pattern. But I tried. Oh, I tried so desperately hard to find that pattern. Because I convinced myself if I could find that pattern, I would unlock the secret and I would be safe. Never found that pattern. But I did pick up the habit of seeking to be perfect. Even in the face of a massively imperfect personality, an imperfect family history, an imperfect internal experience, suffering from anxiety, from the abuse, and depression, from both the abuse and a genetic predisposition to depression. But I still looked for perfection. And I pursued it again and again and again. And every time it failed, I convinced myself because I wasn't working hard enough. You didn't try enough. You didn't strive hard enough to get that perfect. It got to the point where if I were going to leave a room, and I knew that there was a possibility I might want to do something in this room later, I tried to find the most efficient means of leaving that room. Which item should I take from the room with me and go into the next room? Which item should I bring from that room back into the room I'm in to make my day go more smoothly? And if I failed, if I took 2 items out of the room and found out later that I should have taken 3, I berated myself. How dare you not be perfect? How dare you fail to plan accordingly? What I'm about to say is going to be mildly offensive, and I apologize to those who are offended by foul language. But that world view, that mindset, is fucked up. And it's not healthy. And it won't help you. And it will drive you down into the depths of depression even if you don't have a predisposition to depression. Pursuing perfection is a fool's errand. Let no person that tells you you have to be perfect in your life. Do not believe them. Now, if you're pursuing a particular task or career, say you want to be a great athlete, in that very focused part of your life, trying to do the best you can makes a lot of sense. If you're a musician and you want to get that audition just right, it makes a lot of sense. But you have to make sure that that doesn't bleed over into the rest of your life. You have to make sure that you have control of that pursuit does not have control of you. And that's what I failed to do. Of course, I was a child. I wasn't aware of these things. I didn't know that the pursuit of perfection was dangerous and that it could eat you up. It could consume you, swallow you whole. And so it did. So when I see people struggle with that, who try to be the best they possibly can in a very unhealthy way, I try to tell them that. I try to tell them that you can't do it. That you have to put it into perspective. You have to understand that you are human, you are faulty, you are flawed, and you always will be. And that the people who love you, your friends and your family who care about you, and not your performance, will understand that and accept you and will be tolerant of your faults just as you are tolerant of theirs. We are all flawed. We are all imperfect. And anyone who expects you to be perfect, start asking yourself why. What are they covering for? What agenda are they pushing? What imperfections are they hiding behind when they tell you that you need to be perfect? The old saying is, you want to know the truth, follow the money. Well, if you don't want to know the truth in this particular venue, follow the reasoning to find out why they want you to be perfect. What is driving them? What monster is on their back, pushing them, pushing them, pushing them? Feel compassion for them. Try to help them. But don't, under any circumstances, let them control you.